It's November 2nd, JLD here, and welcome to MSTR Today and the Treasury Titans. We want to kick off today with Michael Saylor saying there is no turning back. We are burning the bridges. We are moving forward. Whether we like it or not, we have what we have right now in the present. What is November going to bring? What is December going to bring? Only time will tell. It seems like so many bullish things are happening. The Fed is cutting rates. The M2 money global supply is being printed out the wazoo. We have a US-China deal. I mean, it just keeps going on and on and on. It feels so much like a beach ball being held beneath the water, but it's being felt like that for quite some time. So only time will tell. Do we have the patience? I keep saying to myself, Bitcoin makes its move 10 days a year. 10 days a year. That means 355 days a year. It does essentially nothing. And then that other 10 days, it's all the move. Am I going to not be in one of those 10 days? Absolutely not. So I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to walk my dog. I'm going to look at X over and over again and see what's going on and report it to you. But of course, at the end of the day, I'm just going to wait because, as Michael Saylor says, there's no turning back. And nothing in this video is financial advice. Please do your own research. And let's keep crushing on to Jeff Walton, who wanted to share his favorite Michael Saylor quotes from the earnings report. So let's kind of just reiterate those now. Number one, we are a structured finance company. That's what Michael Saylor said during the earnings call. We are a structured finance company. So if you, like me, want to be invested in a structured finance company, then you're in the right place. Number two, we're extracting a certain type of risk and dampening the volatility. That is what Michael Saylor is doing. He's extracting a certain type of risk and dampening the volatility for the hundreds of millions of people around the world, probably truly billions of people around the world that just want some of the dampening of that volatility. And then it's you, the MSTR shareholder, me, the MSTR shareholder, that gets the upside to that. And the third one is there is sort of a conservation of energy or a conservation of volatility in the thermodynamic universe. And so where does the volatility go? It goes to the equity. That is to us. That is the shareholders. Of course, I own Stretch as well, so I'm getting that nice, juicy 10.5% per month paid out to me. I own some Stride, which, by the way, if you were watching Michael Saylor's earnings call, you saw that Stride has a tax equivalent of over 20% return. That's insane. Any excess risk that is stripped off the preferred equity accrues to MSTR. So I am just so happy that these preferreds are working for us. Number one, me as a holder of some of the preferreds. And number two, as a major holder of MSTR, the equity, I am so glad that I get that excess return. Now, it's not coming at this moment, but it will come over time. And Michael Saylor stressed, hey, if you own Bitcoin, you need to have a 4-year time horizon. If you own an MSTR type instruments, like an amplified Bitcoin, you need to have at least 4 years, preferably 6 or 10-year time horizon. And if you don't have that, I get it. That's why Stretch might be for you if you have a shorter time horizon, because you can just get paid 10.5%. And that's rock. That is return of capital. That is tax deferred. So that's even closer to 16% in the real world. So Jeff just goes on to say this section is quite literally why he's working in this industry and why he found MSTR fascinating years ago. I want to kind of just go down to his last point. He said, lastly, MSTR is highly likely to be the largest company on the planet, powered by Bitcoin and the creativity of structured finance in the 21st century. Major thank you to Saylor and the other individual and the strategy team for fearlessly leading the charge toward the digital capital and digital credit future. There's lots of work to be done here. And then here is this slide that Michael Saylor was talking about when he was going through that, where, I mean, look at this. This is insanity, what he is creating here. And I'm so excited to be a part of it. Let's go. Okay, Chris says, there are two types of investors. One, investors that want to be right. And two, investors that want to make money. Investors that want to be right concern themselves with what they want to be true. Investors that want to make money concern themselves with what is actually true. And guess what? I concern myself with what is actually true. Michael Saylor and strategy have the biggest moats of the purest form of capital, the best store of value in the world, over 640,000 Bitcoin. That is mind blowing. That's never going to change. That's 3% of the total supply that will ever exist. That's actually true. And now all we need is time. That's my belief. That's my opinion. That's where I'm sticking. Michael Saylor says, this is Halloween. The only thing to fear is not having enough Bitcoin. And he can't say this because, he's part of the company, but I can. Is not having enough Bitcoin and MSTR. And luckily, I personally believe that I have enough of both. So thank you, Michael Saylor. Hugh says, not a strategy shareholder, but can't keep strategy out of your mouth. You may be suffering from SDS. Stop it. Get some help. A cure is available at NASDAQ for only $269. Price may vary. And that is the strategy derangement syndrome. So what he's basically saying here is like, listen, people who don't own the stock, they actually want it to go down because everybody wants to be proven right. So if they don't own the stock, they really want it to go down, because if they don't own the stock and it goes up, then they look like and they feel like a fool for not owning a stock that went up. But if the stock goes down, they look like and feel like a stud for not buying a stock that went down. And everybody wants to feel like a stud. So, unless somebody's an actual owner of MSTR, I honestly do not want to hear from them about all the different things, because they haven't done the work. They don't understand it. They're just fudding because they know that when the blow off top happens, it's going to be so painful for them. Let's move on to the Bitcoin archive. It says Bitcoin's most bullish month just began. The average November return is 42.51%. Buckle up. Now, of course, we were buckled up for October. Didn't happen. Is Moonvember going to happen? Only time will tell. Ash Crypto says, breaking, the whale with a 100% win rate keeps adding to his long positions. He's long ETH 152 million, long Bitcoin 118, and long Sol 106 million. Does he know something? Well, with 100% win rates, feels like he knows something. And then Ash says 14 billion in short positions are piling up. Massive short squeezes coming soon. I mean, listen, just like the massive 19 billion plus short long squeeze to the bottom what came, the short squeeze going up is going to happen as well. Just like they want to clear the liquidity going down, they want to clear the liquidity going up. And who is they? The market manipulators. That's just how the world works. This just kind of stuck out to me because, I mean, why Bitcoin? Because this can't happen with Bitcoin. This is a $100 trillion note from the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. So why Bitcoin? Because this can't happen with Bitcoin. This cannot happen with Bitcoin. There are 21 million, period, end of story. It fixes this. How can you work your whole life trusting some absolute corrupt government that's just going to print you to zero? Hugh says, starting a new book today. Thank you for the recommendation, LFG. By the way, I read this book about 3 weeks ago. I got the hardcover because I just wanted to hold it in my hands. And I loved this book from beginning to end, The Treasury of Michael Saylor. Please read it. Please pick it up. It will reaffirm your faith, your understanding, your hopefully it will just give you the patience that it gave me to just sit and wait for the goodness that is coming. And now we're going to have a couple great clips of Michael Saylor. So let's strap on in. Okay, check this out. Senator Cynthia Lummis recently announced that funding for a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve can start anytime. This is a massive step forward for a strategic crypto stockpile, and no surprise, was soon followed by a new all-time high for Bitcoin. If you're looking to buy more Bitcoin, Bit IRA can help. In fact, Bit IRA will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into Bitcoin. This also allows you to buy Bitcoin using pre-tax funds and then continue to invest in it over time as you do any other retirement accounts. And if you want, you can even add XRP, Ethereum, or other cryptos. Bit IRA protects your assets with end-to-end insurance, highly secured storage, multi-encryption, and registered with the U.S. government. Your IRA is fully IRS compliant. Best of all, you can trade crypto within your retirement account without incurring taxes on any buys or sells. Just go to bitira.com/JLD and request a free info guide. Once you do that and open up your IRA, you'll get a free ledger. Think about this. In March, President Trump signed an executive order for the Treasury to manage 200,000 Bitcoin as the foundation for a reserve. That's just the foundation. Go to bitira.com/JLD to open a tax-sheltered IRA in Bitcoin. Fire Nation, when you want more for your business, more privacy, more guidance, more success, it all starts with Northwest Registered Agents. These legends have been helping entrepreneurs launch and grow their businesses for nearly 30 years. They're the largest registered agent and LLC service in the US with over 1,500 corporate guides, real people who know your state's laws and actually care about helping you win. With Northwest, you can build your complete business identity, everything from what your customers see to what they don't, operating agreements, meeting minutes, compliance paperwork, and more. You'll get thousands of free resources, lawyer drafted forms, and step-by-step guides all in one place, and you don't even need to create an account to access them. Best part, privacy is automatic. Northwest never sells your data and handles everything in-house. Don't wait. Protect your privacy, build your brand, and get your complete business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Visit www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at www.northwestregisteredagent.com/JLD free.
If you're a dentist and you make $200,000 a year in cash flow, you can buy 200,000 of Bitcoin every year for 20 years. And that's not a bad idea. You'll be the richest dentist on your block. But you can incorporate the dental practice, get it valued at 5 times cash flow, get $1 million value, sell 33% of it for $500,000, take the $500,000, invest in Bitcoin today, wait a year, raise another $500,000 at a double market cap, 2, 3, 4 times NAV, invest that, wait another year, raise $3 million, invest that. You'll be the first billionaire dentist on your block. And what did you do differently? You partnered with someone else and you cut them in. Right? That's what Strategy's done. That's what Metaplan has done. That's what Saylor is doing. You can do it. I think this is going to develop.
So my bet is, let's take 10 years. My bet is in 10 years, every company in the world that needs to send payments cross-border will use Lightning to do that, either knowingly or not knowingly, but the underlying technology that will transport value cross-border for the world will be Lightning for any consumer and any company. And when you think about the opportunity is enormous. Like right now, Swift/correspondent banking processes still about $5 trillion a day. And that's with all of the constraints, right? You can't do it after 5 p.m. You can't do it Friday night or over the weekends. It's costly to send an international wire. So maybe it's not 5, maybe it's $50 trillion a day of value that really wants to travel, but is constrained by the current limitations of the system. And so all of that will actually transit onto Lightning and use Bitcoin as a neutral, almost TCP/IP packet or neutral value, digital form of value on the internet. And that's an enormous opportunity for all of us. And certainly for us, if we succeed in making that happen on an open network like Lightning.
What's the second best? There is no second best.